Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, and this time doing a review for Marvel Spider-Man Season 2. Now, as you know, Marvel Spider-Man Season 2 had pretty much ended a couple months ago, and after finally getting down to try and get a review done, I'm finally going to review Season 2. Now, the premise of Season 2 is about Peter Parker going through his second year at Horizon High and finds out that, due to the first year being more like a kind of trial thing, he now has to pretty much get the tuition money and everything else, so he gets a job at the Daily Bugle, which isn't a bad idea, as it's always meant to be Peter's calling. And I do feel that they could have had more episodes with the Daily Bugle, but I think at the same time, the way they do handle Eddie Brock in the series, and a lot of people can agree with me, is that it comes off as a bit childish, immature, and at the same time a bit poorly handled. As I get it since it's meant to be a kid show, they're trying to give a more easier reason for Eddie to hate Peter. But if you've watched Spectacular Spider-Man, Eddie's reasons in that are more justified, and if not, ones that people can relate to. So pretty much at the same time, Peter not only has to deal with everything being thrown at him, but at the same time, the show does rush the villains. And I feel like this does kind of become a bit of wasted potential, as you could have had episodes built up a bit more. So pretty much throughout it is that they go from one story arc to the next, and when they do the Superior Spider-Man storyline, where Doc Ock becomes Peter, I would say it's handled a bit better, as they don't make Otto too much of a Mary Sue, and it does kind of become a bit of a downside once Peter gets his body back. All his friends and people that, have been there for him now hate his guts. And this is kind of a realistic thing, that sometimes it's not going to be easy, and sometimes, people aren't exactly going to forgive you. And I still think that, they do seem to rush the Goblin Nation in for the final few episodes, and the way they sort of handle it just seems like they just threw it at the last moment. And when you do think basically who the Green Goblin is, they just sort of throw it in as someone else. And with the second season, I do admit it's not the best, but I still think there was a lot of potential. I think, when they put Venom in Season 2, they could have had it for Season 3. They could have had Peter basically still at the Daily Bugle, and I still think, I get it, what they're trying to do is redeem Doc Ock, and it does kind of come off as a bit rushed. And when looking at, say, them finally making Gwen Stacy Ghost Spider, as well as giving Arya becoming Spider-Girl, it's not a bad concept, but I kind of feel that there was a moment that they could have had the characters reveal their identities, and could have had basically Peter finally, having his own team of web slingers. And they do sort of foreshadow Ancient Venom for the next season, which I'm hoping they're not gonna rush it or destroy it. And I still feel there was a lot of villains that could have been good ideas for build-up. But they do seem to rush Mr. Negative, Multiman, Spot, and everything else. Keep in mind that when you look at Greg Weisman, or anyone who actually writes Spider-Man, they know how to build up the villains better, because they know how to handle comics. And I still think that, I do feel Man of Action are pretty much on leashes, so I know that they can't really work on a proper season. So in a way, I still think there was a lot of potential that seems to be thrown away. And it did seems like, yeah, when you watch Guardians of the Galaxy, this does imply that they sort of rebooted the continuity to fit it more with Marvel Spider-Man. So I think the season deserves a thumbs in the middle. Kind of alright, but could have been better. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.